Everything I do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I've got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I've got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
All right, listen up. Before we begin this masterpiece, we're all current or former law enforcement officers. We've seen our share of humanity. But if you came here thinking we give a shit about your feelings, you are sadly mistaken. So if you're a snowflake, we'll give you just a minute to turn this mother off, all right? Now, for the non-pussified. This is the midweek news show of the Motorcop Chronicles podcast. The only place where you'll find unfiltered, unedited, and raw discussions about law enforcement, crime, and everything in between. We love discussing the good, the bad, and the downright bizarre stories involving cops and criminals. So get ready for some raw comedy blended with our unapologetic opinions. We're diving deep into the headlines, breaking down the latest news about our brothers and sisters in blue and the criminals they deal with.
Cars for a parking problem.
You'll be laughing one minute and shaking your head the next. It's funny and maddening, all at the same time. Just like the world of law enforcement. This is the midweek news show of the Motorcop Chronicles podcast. And here are your hosts, the Iceman, with co-hosts Holstera and Freebird.
Freebird's not going to be here tonight, everybody. He's
dealing with a sick puppy.
Little dog's having problems walking again, so he's at the vet all day and he's taking care of her, trying to get her better, find out what's wrong.
Last time they did acupuncture and she acted right, so hopefully they could try that again and it'll get her another 6 months, and they just know now they just need to make appointments.
And Holster is via phone.
We're going to call it, well, yeah, let's say Holster is on his at the start of his 2-month cross Florida camping expedition.
I don't know.
That's the easiest way to put this.
Are you still driving at this moment?
I'm not driving. I'm currently sitting in front of a post office,
Okay.
running the heater because it's cold as
Okay,
shit
because
in Florida tonight.
there's a lot of background noise. That's what I was asking.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is currently 59 degrees here on the water, and that is cold. That is cold as shit.
I just got a picture from somebody that was on the podcast before, and it's snowing where they're at up in Michigan.
Oh, I bet. Hell, it feels like it's getting ready to snow here. I had somebody walk up to me and go, "Son, you need a jacket?" And I'm like, "No, I got a jacket. Thank God I had my awesome Motorcop Chronicles blanket to cover up with." Make sure you go ahead and grab one of those inside of the merch store. It's great to keep in the back seat in case you need to keep warm.
Snuggle up.
Snuggle up, buy one for your significant other. Let them know that they can wrap themselves with your love anytime they wrap themselves in a Motorcop Chronicles blanket. So go ahead and grab yourself one. Grab somebody one for Christmas. The ones that say Holster on them are better. They're softer. They'll make your loved ones love you more. I promise.
If anybody wants a good cigar, great cigar, go to mypatriotcigar.com. Use promo code MotorCop15. Get yourself 15% off. And if you want any merchandise, like you said, you can go to the Motorcop Chronicles Etsy store. You can get to it by the link from the website, motorcopchronicles.com. You can all the
Yeah, you can even get one of them T-shirts that says Ron Holstein for Sheriff and show your support nationwide.
Oh, all the links are down at the bottom there for everything. And if you want more Motorcop Chronicles podcast, you can join the Patreon. Extra episodes, videos, messages, all kind of other stuff. We got some of our hang-arounds, Miss Grace Hudson, William Gbo, who's there in the chat, and Chad Jenkins. We got our full crew members is Ronald Holstein, Mr. Jared Nitrous from the Short Track Guys podcast. Guys, y'all can go listen to them if you like racing talk. Got Dan Carlson with Burley Boards. Y'all go check him out. Makes awesome wood products. He's online.
Yeah, he does. Or self-defense products. You can whack somebody with that shit.
We got T-Bird. We got Mr. I think I already said no. I said Jared Knight.
Oh crap!
I'm backwards. Jared Nitrous is not Short Track Podcast. I always do that. He's a motor cop somewhere else. Mr. Jim Mr.
Just because he rides a BMW don't mean you get to call him, a street racer.
I guess not.
Okay?
Jim Pogrant is the Short Track Guys podcast. We got our favorite truck driver, Hoppy Hopperson. We got Mr. Blake Walker. We got A.A. Ron from I Had to Say It podcast. In the chat, y'all check him out. He puts out a good podcast. We got Mr. Z Palmer. We got Roy Spalding, not to be confused with the Roy with the P. We got JoJo, our favorite girl from down under in Australia. Hope she's feeling better. We got Kaylee Norris and Natasha A. from the great state of Washington. You got any other news or anything you want to?
Well, now that I'm enjoying the great outdoors of the wonderful state of Florida, this is my wonderful heads up in my PSA. Anybody that doesn't know, we've already been in musket. We're already just entering bow, and firearm hunting opens this weekend. If you're going fishing or walking in the woods, please, for the love of Christ, put something neon on. Okay. Neon orange, neon green. Don't walk in front of a deer stand dressed as, Big Bambi, because you're going to get shot. PSA, don't do that. So don't go out in the woods dressed like Rambo and try to sneak up on somebody wearing neon. It's not going to work out well.
Aaron says you a sissy. That
I'm a sissy.
59-degree weather is short weather.
Look, he lives up in Chicago, the land of people offing people in record numbers. You can keep your cold-ass weather and your cold-ass-hearted people. I will live down here in Florida where only some of the people are cold-hearted, usually women.
Like I said, if y'all would listen, I hope Chad's little puppy dog starts doing better. I wish they figure
Oh, Lola.
Wish they figure out
Yep.
what's going on with her.
And if you ever want to send treats to the podcast for Duke or any of the family members that love treats, you can always go ahead and contact the page and get the P.O. box, and we can make that happen so that you can treat the little babies, the fur babies.
Well, I don't know how some of this is going to work tonight because I got some videos thought we were going to watch and go over together. So you're
still live, ain't you?
Yeah, you're just going to be shit out of luck for you, as I'm talking about.
That works for me. I'm used to not seeing shit.
No, you are not allowed to. We are not accepting Skittles for Freebird in any manner of any. That was old Jared Nigers.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we're not accepting that at all. Well, first story tonight, we're gonna jump on over to New York. This accident, they had an accident that actually happened in April 27th of 2021. They had a drunk driver ran over an NYPD highway cop in Queens and then took off. She was just convicted this past Tuesday, and he was a 14-year veteran. She was wasted on vodka, wine, and marijuana. So she was let's just say it, she was fucked up.
Damn, sounds like a good Friday night, don't it?
The jury only stayed out for 3 hours before they come back with a guilty plea. Guilty plea. Her name is Jessica. Don't know how to pronounce
Simpson.
her last name. No, it's
Simpson.
Blvd or something. She's 34 years old.
Oh, Jessica Alba. Got it.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, she hit the cop with such force, going so fast that it only didn't just hit him. It hit him hard enough to throw him into his unit on top of the hood, and his body landed on top of the roof of the police car.
Jesus.
Yeah. She's facing, she's going for sentencing December 14th, which I don't understand. I've never understood this, is when somebody is found guilty and they're like, all right, come back at such and such a day for your sentence. You just got found guilty. Why don't you sentence them right then and there? Why do we have to do victim impact and all that stuff like that? Why don't you just sentence them? She's looking at up to 27 years in prison. So I guess they can
What
give
state
her
is it?
New York.
She's gonna walk by Tuesday.
She was driving a 2013 Volkswagen Passat.
Weird.
She was just totally fucking wasted. So
So she's completely shit-faced? Or was it blood alcohol?
Well, you didn't listen. Said she was drunk on tequila, wine, and high on marijuana.
Well, that don't mean shit. I was looking for the blood alcohol content.
I don't know. They didn't give it, but they said she basically showed no remorse or anything during the whole entire trial or anything. Like, oh well,
Right. Like, whoops, it was another day at the office.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just as Missouri waits for sentencing on some cases too. I don't know why they do. They do it here too. I think it's fucking stupid. There's no reason for it. Just go ahead.
This next story is fucking wild too. But at least this one has a better, what the hell is this? Connect drives and local. I'm in my truck. There is no local network. Anyway, there's a video of an Illinois officer shot multiple times, beaten by a suspect during a traffic stop. So to give you a little bit of backlay into this individual, he had a domestic violence injunction out on him. He was armed, and this is what we always tell you people. Like, that little piece of paper you keep in your car is only for sane people. Like, people that have common sense that are like, oh, okay, they don't want to be near me. That's fine. They are not for crazy-ass people that have, tendencies of actually hurting people. Because when you have a crazy bastard like this guy, This guy allegedly pulled up on his ex that had a injunction on him, mag dump into her chest, and then drove off. He was later then attempted to be stopped by a Illinois Highway Patrol officer. That Illinois Highway Patrol officer got into a brief pursuit with the suspect and then got into a massive shootout where the officer was beaten, shot, and the suspect was taken into custody. The officer was shot in the face several times. Praise the Lord, he's going to be okay. He's making recovery a day at a time, but he is still alive. So we are definitely with him and his family
Shot
as he
and
goes through this shit.
Pistol whipped him with the pistol after the bad guy shot him.
Right. So I mean, this guy is very heinous, and the good thing is Illinois got a judge and a prosecutor to go ahead and sign off on holding him until his court. So he will not be allowed bail. So, and that's rare out of Illinois. We all know that they're the quickest. Oh, you're a murderer? We'll put you on probation. So good on them. At least they're stepping up a little bit to help out law enforcement. Because that kind of monster don't deserve to be out on the streets.
No.
I mean, I wish they would be like they used to do, 20, 30 years ago. You try to kill a fellow officer, you're probably not making it to court. But times being what they are, it is what it is.
Yeah, that personally, he should not be going to court at all.
He should not be sucking oxygen without a straw.
But nowadays, the criminals are the victims now.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. Criminals are the victims. This next one here.
There's Chad's.
Yeah, but he's not here.
Yep.
I don't know if it's been on the news quite a bit and stuff, but they had it's up in Colorado. They found a guy in a restroom at some park up on the side of a mountain or something, and the dude was dressed like in SWAT gear and stuff. He had a rifle and some pistols and some homemade bombs and some fake bombs on him too, and he had killed himself. And on the wall or the mirror in this restroom, it says, "I'm not a killer. I just wanted to get to the cave." So
what the hell?
Yeah, obviously they're thinking the guy went up there basically probably to commit some kind of mass shooting or something. And the location of this amusement park or whatever it is, amusement area up on the side of this mountain, if he would have went up there and started shooting people, because it's hard to one of the main access to it is on one of these gondola things, like.
Oh, so he would have been doing a serpentine for 30 minutes trying to get to the door.
Yeah, no, not him. the cops would have been doing that, just trying to get up there to stop him.
Oh, so he picked a soft target.
So, but he ended up, I guess he got a conscience and ended up offing himself, which is a good thing. And they, from according to the news and everything, they ran like background checks and, deep dived on him on social media and all that stuff. This dude was only 20 years old, never been arrested, never had any issues with anybody or anything like that. So, and they're telling what made this dude snap. Just glad he snapped back and took himself out.
Hurt himself instead of anybody, especially any babies or anything. I hate to hear that somebody would off themselves, but if they had homicidal tendencies to hurt a whole bunch of innocent people, I prefer this outcome. I've never understood the whole "I'm going out anyway, let's take everybody with us." I'm sorry. That only works on a battlefield. That don't work in reality.
Yeah, well, at least, like I said, at least he grew up. Look, speaking of, there's Roy P. At least he took himself out and didn't hurt any innocent people in the process of it. So,
well, I was hoping Roy S. would have got with me. He's been working so much overtime. I figured since I'm up here in the damn neck of the woods, maybe he'd want to be on the air. Well, if he gets time and I'm still up here, because I still living every day at a time.
Well, that was going to be Freebird's story. This next one, we're going up to Seattle. We know, and it's about law enforcement. So we know it's got to be great, right? Because Seattle makes great law enforcement decisions, and they love their cops, right?
No, only chop zones. They love chop zones.
Oh, okay. Well, police officers now in Seattle are going to be limited in their use of ruses. You know, like
What?
you know they'll like the police will fake a news release or something to catch.
Yeah,
a
we're
bad
allowed
guy.
to lie, dude.
Yeah,
We're allowed to lie. Yeah,
Well, they have a policy against that.
you have to be fucking. Okay.
No,
Sometimes I forget I'm on the phone with you and we're live.
it's a tactic that's deliberately for misinforming the public. Starting Wednesday, following a 3-year push to create this policy. The new rules are the result of pressure from, guess what, city officials who know so much about law enforcement after 2 dramatic uses of the tactic in the last 5 years. One may have contributed to a man committing suicide, and
Was he guilty?
and another that reportedly incited chaos in the massive Capitol Hill organized protest or chop zone. Boy, we sure didn't want to disrupt the chop people, right?
Well, I tell you, it's like America's Sheriff Grady Judd said. How long do you think one of them would be in Polk County? About as long as it took me to get back to Polk County. That's the same thing. It's like that kind of shit breaks off down here in Florida in any county. You know, whether it be Citrus, Marion, Levy, Pasco, or anything. No, hell no. We don't deal with that stuff in the South. You ain't going to take over our entire city and ruin it because you want to play dolls.
Well, this first one happened in 2018. An officer had found a driver who had been responsible for a hit and run wreck, and he falsely claimed to a third person that the driver had critically injured someone in the collision. The driver's family alleges that the lie contributed to the person end up killing themselves. You know what?
If you felt that guilty, maybe you thought you really killed the person.
Don't run away from crashes. Stop and take responsibility. In the other incident 2 years later, police falsely claimed in a radio broadcast that armed members of the Proud Boys group were gathering during CHOP. The dispatches caused panic among the idiots inside of the CHOP zone. Some who armed themselves in response to responding to it. Okay,
What,
so
with
they armed themselves.
With sticks.
So now they have the policy basically where you're not allowed to use this in most situations. In some, you may be able to use it, and then you have to document like every little piece of it to be able to. Basically, they don't want you using anything to catch the bad guys.
Right. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't hear where any of them were bad. They all cause criminals to either turn themselves in or hurt themselves. These are criminals. Like, we had one just the other day, and I had to ask somebody, I'm like, it was a SUV, like a Yukon, that hit a Harley, a big one like yours. Mm-hmm. And like what do you guys call those? Road Kings? And they ran over the guy and killed him and left him for dead on the side of the road, and the vehicle ran. Who the hell does that? Like, who does that? Who has a moral compass so fucked up that you would literally kill someone and just drive away nonchalant?
Well, look at it. They just had one. I'm not sure where it was at, but this person hit somebody, and the person like that they hit got stuck on their windshield or something. They drove like 2 miles or so up the road, stopped, peeled the dead body off of their windshield, and left it on the side of the road and just kept going.
Wow.
I don't remember where it was at, but I remember reading about that, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! They can't say, "Oh, I thought it was a deer or something." You physically stopped your car and peeled the body off of it.
And the bad thing is they're still going to get hit with only manslaughter, and then it's just improperly disposal of a body. So they're not even going to get the full murder charge off of that.
If they find out who it is.
If they find out who it is. And hopefully they do, because any piece of shit that can do that can run over your child while they're playing baseball in the street and keep going. Okay? These type of people should not be allowed to be out in communities. They should be under prisons.
Well, that policy came out of Seattle though, so it's spot on. Oh, they also say it's they believe it's the first policy like this ever in the entire country. No shit, because it's stupid.
I can assure you, it's going to be sweeping litigation across the state of Florida and probably Louisiana. I'm sure they're going to train you on how not to deceive people now.
I doubt that. Plus,
regardless, moving on back to
we got us a good Republican governor now.
Well, that's good. It's about time. You guys have been stuck with that piece of shit forever. So now if we could just get New Orleans to go back to some kind of rule.
That'll never happen.
Okay. Well, then this next one, this is an exciting pursuit that the deputies never saw coming. So I believe it was in San Fran, California. Basically, they I can't remember how the hell this pursuit started.
Because the guy, I'm gonna tell you how it started.
He knocked the preacher out because the preacher goes, "Son, you need to come up here and repent."
No, he says parishioner, not the priest.
Ain't a parishioner? Oh no, it's just somebody else at the church, right?
Yes.
Okay. Regardless, this guy was like, "Hey, why don't you come up here so we can pray for you? I think you're a sinner." And the guy goes, "What'd you call me?" And he says, "A sinner."
That's not what happened.
Sinner. So this guy hit him so hard it knocked this dude unconscious.
That's not why he punched the guy.
Why'd he punch you?
You don't. This is what happens when you don't do your homework, people. That's what happens.
Well, the only thing I know is this guy likes to drive down the road and throw pipe bombs out his window. That got my attention.
It started because they were doing, communion, where you're supposed to partake of the body of Christ, and he didn't eat his. And another Christian said, you're supposed to consume that now and here. And they said he knocked the person out. Pulled a knife.
Oh, fuck. I was out of nowhere. Said the man assaulted the parishioner Sunday after being reprimanded for failing to eat the consecrated host of the communion. Yep, there it is. Yep. Wow. Like, I've gotten pissed at church, but I've never decked somebody. So he knocked this dude unconscious. You hear me? So he gets out and he leaves. He just goes, "All right, deuces. Y'all can keep that blood of Christ." And he walked outside, jumped in his little car, and said, "All right, we're going to run from the police." The cops got up behind him and turned into his high-speed pursuit. But this jackass, his spare time is making pipe bombs. So he proceeds to throw them out the window like it's some kind of movie at the police cars chasing him. Now, I'm assuming they weren't very good because all they said was they could feel the percussion, but never was harmed. And I didn't see any cars that were harmed. So something tells me the guy is an amateur.
Or they saw it and stayed far enough away from it.
I don't know. I'm thinking this guy's making homemade fireworks and yeeting them out the car window. Or just throwing fireworks out the car window. And they're calling them pipe bombs. Because I would think, but they did charge him for possession of explosive devices. But anybody that's ever ordered a pallet of fireworks like I have has to sign a hazmat release form. It's the same as buying 5 tons of TNT. But no, it does look like they were made of actual lead pipes. So, do you have a video on it?
No.
Okay, so there does appear to be a capped lead pipe, and it's about the size of a human fist.
Well, I don't know.
That's just crazy.
I don't know what was going on with people recently around my area. I saw in the news they had cops made a traffic stop and ended up calling state police and FBI and all that stuff out and bomb squad because it looked like they saying it was a pipe bomb that was in this person's car, but it was a dud. Which,
well, thankfully,
I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking it was. This is just my opinion, of course.
Was he going fishing?
I'm thinking it was just somebody with a piece of pipe with the end screwed on it. And the cops saw it and thought it was a bomb, and it was just probably some kid that made something for cosplay or some shit like that. And
could be.
That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, I could be wrong, but that's just my thoughts on it. So.
Yeah, because if somebody was to walk up to my truck and go, "I really think that's a bomb," I'd be like, "All right, well, back away to a safe distance, and I'll dismantle it." And you could see that it don't go boom. Like, I'm not afraid to take anything in my truck apart.
This next one here, This next story I'm going to talk about may take a few minutes, people. No, not this one. This ain't the one I'm thinking about, but this one may take a few minutes. Says something's going on the last few years, Iceman. Got to be in the water, food, or the air, or combined. I know, Billy. Something's crazy. The world is upside down. We're heading up to Michigan. They had a Michigan officer that's recently been fired, and I'm going to say I'm going to totally agree that this man should be fired and never get to wear a badge again because he's fucking stupid. Okay.
What'd he do?
This is in Van Buren County, Michigan. An officer has been fired after he went against instructions from his department, the Department of Natural Resources, and it says he euthanized. He shot and killed a local deer called Annie. Now, let me explain something to everybody. If you have a deer or any animal in your community and it has a name, that means it's not a wild animal, okay?
Don't shoot it. It's somebody's pet.
While responding to an unrelated domestic incident. So he got called out, nothing to do with the deer. On October 20th, former officer David Lonza wrangled the deer with a neck strap and shot it to death. Residents were outraged, according to the report. The Pokagon Tribal Police Department Chief Mario Redlegs, and that's his actual name, I'm not making that up.
God, don't tell me he did this on the res.
Released a statement Friday stating that Lonza had consulted with his supervising officer about the deer, but had ignored his instructions, according to the report. So his sergeant basically said, leave the fucking deer alone.
Right?
Despite consulting with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources and his supervising officer, Mr. Lonza ignored comments from citizens and misidentified Annie as a pet deer. He acted independent. So what if it was a pet deer? So you're going to kill somebody's pet?
Why? What was the deer doing?
He acted independently, committed multiple policy violations in his decision to murder Annie without just cause, Redlegs said. Statement continued, his actions demonstrate a complete lack of compassion and empathy for Annie, as well as the witnesses and other members who willingly provided her with love and support. Annie had become friendly with local residents, according to reports. Lawrence resident Pamela Babb told News Channel 3 her family rescued Annie 2 years ago after the fawn's mother was hit by a car. So basically, they rescued this little baby fawn. They got her better, and they keep her caged. She just kind of hang around like a dog.
Yes, because she was safe.
And people
a neighborhood dog.
People would pet her and feed her and stuff. And they told Officer Dumbass, hey, it's not a pet. It's just, he walked up to the deer and put a belt around its neck. Let me tell you what, if you see a wild deer, you're not going to walk up to it and put shit around its fucking neck, okay?
Not unless it's about to really screw you up.
That deer is not just going to stand there and say, oh, look. And
that's what I'm saying, man. You walk into my yard and shoot my animal, you're screwed.
Then after strapping it down, you're going to sit there and shoot it until it's dead? In front of all these people? Really?
Right?
Yeah, I'm glad this man is fired. I hope no one fucking hires him ever again. And no disrespect for anybody. The only thing he is qualified for is giving out smiley face stickers at the front of Walmart.
And I don't even think they pay for that anymore.
Says perfectly dysfunction says that would be a bad day for him after shooting my pet. Just said, I saw the story and I'm like, what? I said, this doesn't mean you walk up to a deer and it just don't run away. I was like, come on, dude. This dude has to be. So far, this guy's getting my hot nut vote.
Like, was he like super hungry or some shit? What is the point of shooting deer? I want to know his justification.
I don't know.
Like, why did the deer need to die? Why?
He's fucking.
Why? Like,
he's because this dude is a complete idiot.
I think he's a fucking psychopath. I mean, like, unless like he's super hungry. Like, do they not paying him at the police department? What the hell?
I don't know. This next one, we got the you sent a TikTok of and stuff like this. This one was up in Vegas. Yeah, Aaron said that would be some John Wick shit if it was me. I agree with you. I mean, I know people shoot and kill deer and eat them, but this deer was friendly. If a deer walks up to you, you shouldn't shoot it. Because,
and that's another thing too. If you have a friendly deer that's walking in a hunting camp and I shoot it, that's a mistake. Like, I didn't mean to do that. I shot a deer, not a pet. But I'm not exactly walking into a residential neighborhood and going, yeah, let's shoot it dead.
Let me see if I got this video. This happened in Las Vegas. This guy had walked into an apartment complex with a knife and was threatening to stab people and stuff like that. Cops got called. They tried to de-escalate. Of course, guy didn't want to listen. So he was, he decided he felt like exercising. So he took off running. And in the process of his running, he, let me see if this is the video. This is the part, the other part's at the end here. I believe. Is it? No. Oh, yeah, it is. Let's see. Right here. This right here. If people
that's just some crazy shit.
Watch what happens to the guy. He's running. He said he's going to run from the popo because he's exercised with his knife. Oh, shit. I just got dispatch. Subject is down. Negative.
Proper use of the vehicle.
Negative, shots were not fired. Whoever's driving this car, they were like, fuck that. Because look at the air this dude, watch the air this dude gets when he just center punched me. If he's got push bumpers on there, watch. You see him right there.
He does.
And watch. I'm trying to slow it down. This dude.
He just got clocked.
Look right here where he's upside down. It looks like it hit him and threw him about 20 feet or so, didn't it?
Good. Because if you're going to be threatening people with a knife, I don't need that officer getting out and shooting you and being off the line of duty. But if he hits you with a car going 60, we can have him on next rotation.
Here we go. Bang. Oh, yeah. He did about a 3 or 4 things in the air or something like that.
Yeah, but he didn't stick the landing, so I don't want to give him any points.
Did the guy survive? Let me see. I don't remember if he survived or not.
I'm assuming they'd blur him out, but
they didn't release the name of the idiot. He did stab somebody, and the guy, whoever he stabbed, died at the hospital.
Well, there you go. Hopefully he didn't survive that.
So hopefully he didn't survive. Good job.
Absolutely. And as an officer, I can tell you, I would prefer you to go ahead and use your vehicle. It's like hell. There was a video out in California. Remember a few years ago where the guy was shooting at the cops and the one cop just takes his car and goes like 110 and crashes through a wall with the guy? Yep.
Well, he said that was a 720 flip with a half gainer. Yeah.
But he didn't stick it.
Hey, Ron. There was one recently we did, probably, I don't know how many months ago it was, if y'all remember. The bad guy was running from the cops, and he ran out in the interstate, and you could hear on the video when he got smacked by a car doing 70 down the interstate. Remember that one?
Yeah. There's been a good few of them. And a lot of them have been coming out of Arkansas lately.
So, this next one here, the whole stare didn't get this story because it's just, we're gonna watch it and talk about it. This is somewhere in California, in the ATF type people show up at this man's house with a warrant to search his house for an assault weapon, his AR-15, his rifle. But the rifle's not illegal. They show up with the warrant to search for his rifle to make sure he's still in compliant. Now, this man has broken no laws. let's watch some of this, because this shit's scary, because shit like this happened, and this could happen to any of us.
I'm not going to say anything. You guys can do what you want to do. And what I don't give.
I don't know why it sounded like that.
We have a search warrant, so I'm not asking for your consent.
Okay, I don't want to talk. We're not talking at all. So do what you're going to do.
Hold on, let me try another one.
End of story.
No, I understand that. And
Okay.
I'm not,
All right, we ain't gonna be able to watch it. Obviously, the sound's messed up on it. I've watched it several times. They show up, the guy's there. The guy's not rude. He's like fine. He's like, and they ask him, he's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not giving you any information. Anyway, they go in the house with like 6 to 8 cops. Okay, and they search this man's house. His wife is home. His children are home. What they come out with is
Hey, Jim.
basically the lower of a rifle. And they're like, oh yeah, serial numbers match. Okay, you're in compliance. Thank you very much, sir. Really? So they're just coming in. This is California. It's like your application for your permit will end up getting approved. So he filed everything he was supposed to, and they fucking get a warrant, come search this man's house.
Wow.
It's places like in like here, they don't do. I mean, well, they're not going to do that where I live, because under the sheriff's office stuff it's not going to do it, because he's a 2A sheriff. But
Right. Most good sheriffs are 2A sheriffs.
but this is plumb ridiculous. And if you live in California with shit like this, I'm sorry, I'm just telling y'all, man, get out. Unless you like that kind of stuff, get out. It's slowly turning into a police state over there. And these big blue cities are turning into police states, and the violence is out of hand. They're using the police to target the law-abiding citizens and not the criminals. That's why your crime's out of control. And I'm sure anybody who listens to me is probably a law-abiding citizen. They're targeting you.
Right.
I said a long time ago, I put a tweet out about a long time ago when it was still Twitter, when they were talking about it. I will give up my badge before I ever violate somebody's Second Amendment right to own and bear a firearm in the United States. I'm not going to violate any kind of constitution like that. I will turn my badge over, because I will refuse to do it. I will not do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. It's like shit. I seen that during COVID. Remember, they were going around arresting preachers. Look, everybody who went inside of that church knew their decision, knew what they wanted to do. They all wanted to go inside and praise whoever they prayed to. Okay? It is not my job as a law enforcement officer to stop you from enjoying the connection you have with a higher being. Okay? That should have never happened. But now you have these other guys going out after everybody's guns. Leave people alone. I can't stress this enough as a Southern man. And I don't know if Iceman agrees with me or not, but the number one thing as a Southern individual we want is to be left the hell alone. I won't come to your house. I won't have a rally in the middle of the road. I won't do none of that shit. But if you just leave me and my family, leave my friends alone, I promise you, I don't give a shit what you do. You could have rainbow colored hair and have sex with animals. That's your prerogative. You go do it on your property away from me.
I don't know if you hurting animals. I got something to say about that.
Well, I don't know if they're hurting them. I don't know. The animal can't tell me. I don't know. Is there a no means no for goats? If so, I understand why we're going to war with Iran.
Chicken fucker.
Yeah, well, you know,
I'm sure that would kill a chicken.
Well, maybe, you know, I don't know. I've heard of, you know, certain sheriffs. Never mind.
Watch yourself.
Oh God.
But yes. So, hey, I'm trying to be political on this one. Don't be voting for these damn Democrats.
No, and that's it. If you don't have a politician, all politicians should be from your local community. If you have somebody spending $1 million for a job that only pays $150,000 a year, that person is a corrupt son of a bitch. Okay? If you're spending millions and millions of dollars to get a job that pays pennies, You are out of your freaking mind. That makes no sense. But if every community should have somebody that wants to be part of that community, look at me. I think that every one of our listeners, if you have the ability to do that and run for a county office as a county resident, you should do that. And you should care about everybody that lives in that community, not just the rich, not the poor, everybody combined. And you can't start by taking away people's rights. Look, I'm sorry, but there's certain inalienable rights that we are born with, God given. These are not gifts that a politician gets the choice to just take the hell away. And it's just simply sickening across America. Yeah, even here in Florida, there's politicians pulling these games right now, and it affects God-fearing, honest people. And I hope that any of these individuals in political seats that ever do this to a citizen should automatically be removed from office. So everybody should, our politicians should care about us, not about getting rich. So that needs to change in America. Stat.
Well, this next one is going to take a little while. So it's probably going to be the last one. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. What are you doing with all that noise?
Oh, me? I'm not wearing.
Yeah, ice skating or what?
No, so here's the thing. I'm sitting in a dark vehicle, staying warm, and I can't see. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where my shit's at in the truck. So, yeah, I'm just feeling around. I'll stop moving now.
It's called Naugatuk or Naugatuk, I'm not sure. And it says, anyway, a police officer's been arrested up here, okay? It says in Connecticut. State police.
Nantucket.
No, it's not maybe it is, but I don't think that's it. There's no it at the back of it. Anyway, it was in Connecticut. State police have charged a local police officer with third-degree assault, intentional cruelty to persons after his body camera captured him repeatedly using a taser on the suspect who had surrendered after a brief foot pursuit. Let me tell you what. You
can't do that. Once the cuffs are on him, it's over.
Hold on. You're just listening to the words. I watched this video already 3 times. These charges are bullshit. He did not use it as a to hurt the guy
was the guy still fighting after he got his cuffs on, like kicking him and shit?
No, but the guy wasn't giving him his hand. He was resisting, and he said, "Give me your arm." He was just holding it underneath him and wouldn't give it to him. The officer...
Yeah, well, so he was still proactively resisting. He wasn't properly handcuffed yet.
Passive resistance.
Yep.
The officer, Nicholas David Kihos, was arrested Monday after state police detectives with the Western District Major Crime Squad informed him they had a warrant for his arrest. He's 36 years old. He was processed at the troop, released on a $50,000 bond. He is due to appear in court on Wednesday. I got the body cam footage. We're going to watch it. It pisses me off. This guy should not be arrested. He did his job. Besides, he cusses a lot, which that happens with a lot of police stuff, as we know of.
Oh, yeah.
But this guy should not be arrested at all. Let me pull this video up, and I'm going to stop it and show y'all.
And I remember you're on video.
So
why are my dog?
Let me find it. There it is.
Should be occupied twice.
It must be on my end that the sound's messed up. Does it sound okay to y'all?
I can't hear a damn thing.
I know you can.
Yeah, it sounds perfect.
Shut the fucking thing off or die!
I got it on right now. You can hear it.
All right, it's just my end then.
Shut it off!
All right, now these people here, they've done some shoplifting, okay? And, of course, you see now they're running.
Hey, Duke. Just rammed a seconds cruiser?
I think he sideswiped it.
Okay, we had the vehicle.
Well, this guy ain't even in a hurry.
Up on the grass, took off at a high rate of speed and struck off Chiquias.
This guy's just chilling.
It's now heading on South Main towards Waterbury, towards Route 8.
Okay. Crash on the on-ramp. Bail.
I think I accidentally hung up on Hope Stare. Let me call him back. Stop, Duke.
Yeah, you hung up on me. I was still watching it though. This is the most nonchalant cop.
All right, we're gonna get past that. We're gonna get to where it's been raining too. Look, the bad guys done crashed the car.
Crash on the on-ramp. Bail.
One bad guy jumped out. We saw him over here to the left, okay?
Better fucking stop!
Now he's chasing after him on foot.
On the ground!
Guy's taser out. He's telling them, get on the ground. Bad guy right here. We can see him. He's standing up. He's got his hands out, kind of like what? In front of him, like in the what motion. He's hollering, get on the ground, get on the fucking ground. Guy's not listening.
Oh, shit! I'm sorry!
So he shoots him with the taser. He must have a one that can shoot more than one. The first taser strike, it wasn't a good strike or something. It didn't affect him. So
it looked good. He fell back.
Well, he pulled it. He did it a second time. Anyway, he shot him. He shot him again a second time. Tased the guy. He told him 3 or 4 times to get on the ground. Dude didn't listen. That's resisting. He tased him.
Taser, one down.
So the guy's on the ground.
On your fucking stomach now.
He's telling him to get on the stomach.
Stomach now.
As we can see, the guy's not getting on his stomach. The guy's right here. He's like saying, he's on his stomach. He's on his side.
Like, these ain't my pants, man. Hang on.
Of course, he's hollering the whole time. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Well, guess what? That don't work. That don't fix it no more. So he tased again. Now he's telling him, give me your arm, give me your hands, give me your hands.
Put your fucking hands behind your back now.
He gets one hand. We can see him doing it.
John, you still got one in the car.
Yeah, because there's no telling. He could be laying on top of a gun.
Yeah, see, look. He's turned on his side again. Got one arm.
Is that not training? Because that's the thing. Is that man could have rolled over when he stood up like that and shot him with the gun that was in his right hand.
He's not giving him his arms. Give me your arms, I'm going to tase you again. He tases him a third time. He gives him his arms, and look. He puts his hands behind his back, and he's cuffed.
Then stop fucking complying, ass.
You starts fucking complying. You show me one point in this video so far where this man had complied and they'd given up. Oh, look, you got me, and I'm giving up and I'm listening.
He sure as hell was not fully handcuffed and still being tased.
Show me. They're saying that he had already surrendered and he would get tased. He had not surrendered. He was not giving his arms. When he tased him the third time, he put his arm behind his back. But
that's when he surrendered.
This cop should not be. This cop should not be charged.
This is bullshit. He's gonna get a job with the state police in a heartbeat, dude.
The state police who charged him.
Well, I tell you, it's going to end up dropped. It's got to end up dropped.
Why would
because you got to think about it. Who should have got fired out of this whole fucking thing is that other cop that got hit first and didn't even bother to jump in a car and pursue the son of a bitch.
Why would you go work for a place that can arrest you for bullshit charges?
Well, I don't know. I would expect the entire department to stand up with me and be like, hell no. It was a clean arrest.
This right here, I can tell you why this is going on.
Political bullshit.
You see what color is that man's hand?
White.
What color is the suspect?
I don't want to assume, but he's melanin positive, so
yeah,
I would definitely.
You know what? I'm gonna say
I'm leaning towards African American.
I don't use that term because I think it's stupid. He's black, okay? Because me saying African American is somebody. Well, you got to call me.
Well, then I'm just going with melatonin positive. That's what he is.
A French American or something like. It's stupid.
Well, I mean, you are.
Well, no, I'm an American. Period.
You're a Cajun, which makes you a French American.
Well, I'm just saying, no, I'm not. I ain't never been to France. I ain't going to France. I'm an American.
France founded, it colonized Louisiana.
It's fucking stupid. I'm not. No, I'm an American.
But that's the Louisiana Purchase. We bought it from them.
I am an American.
It used to be France.
I'm not.
Louisiana used to be France.
Don't give a fuck. I'm an American. Period.
Okay. I'll let you go with that, but I'm sticking with melanin positive and melanin negative.
Yeah, let me go with it. I've never been to France. Never going to France. I was born in America. That makes me an American.
So you're saying that you didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on you.
I was born here.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm a Native American.
Yeah, you were born here. You're
right.
a Native American.
I'm a Native American.
Hey, I think, does that work if we try to fill that out on paperwork?
I was born
because I was born in America, so I'm a Native American.
Technically, I'm a Native American.
Does that mean I get free schooling and a check every month? How does that work?
It should be. I don't know. I mean,
should be.
So, but anyway, this cop watching this video, this cop should not be charged whatsoever. He did his job correctly. He did not abuse the taser. He did not use the taser in a malicious manner to inflict undue pain on this person for cruelty purposes. He used it to get compliance. It's called pain compliance. And when he used it the way he should have used it, the guy, when he complied, he put him in handcuffs and he didn't tase him no more. It was if he had handcuffed him and said, "Oh, you didn't want to listen, motherfucker? Here, I'm going to do it again."
Right? Or tased him in the back seat of the car while he was handcuffed? Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
No. This man right here did his job completely the way it should have been done. Bad guy was, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Just because somebody's saying they're sorry, just like I said before, bad guys, one of the first things they do when they're resisting is holler and scream that they're not resisting.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. It's not my
I'm not
pain.
resisting as they're punching you in the face. I'm not.
You know what would have solved this whole matter for this young man not to be going to jail? If he wouldn't have not stealing $200 worth of fucking beer. How's that?
That's a lot of beer. That's a hell of a lot of beer.
Yeah. Don't steal $200 worth of fucking beer and you won't have that issue. Exactly, Billy. I said that earlier. Cops nowadays, this is the reason why you can't get people to want to do this job, because of bullshit like this in these woke ass fucking states. This man doing his job and they charge
that's
him
something
for
else
it.
that we've talked about that before. And see, that's something like I because no matter where you are, a PD tends to be a little liberal, and they always like to micromanage, and they can fire you, for like damn near anything and have you arrested, because when you work for a city, they control that city and the laws inside that city. But law enforcement, man, should be more or less deputies and sheriffs now, because the sheriff is a constitutionally elected individual that protects his citizens at all costs, which means he can hand down that protection to his deputies.
That sheriff in
Los
Angeles.
You could definitely try and arrest him, but we're going to pay for his defense. You guys wrongfully terminated our deputy.
The sheriff
we
up
want
in
him
Los
out of
Angeles
sucks. Yeah, Los Angeles does suck. I had you on the truck.
All right, everybody. I know because I can hear myself.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, it's off.
So that's the end of the stories. We actually kept it about an hour tonight.
That's pretty good with that free bird. Everybody keep Lola in your prayers.
My hot nut vote for tonight is the Michigan officer that shot the deer.
Well, I don't know. I would say it's probably the cop that got his car rammed first and just seemed not to give two shits. Like that takes a lot. Have you ever had your car rammed and the guy ran and your first thought was, okay, we're going to stand here and do some paperwork?
So yours is the last video.
Yeah, it was a stupid ass other cop that didn't go help out his buddy, because had he have expedited and been behind him, maybe they wouldn't have even needed the taser, because you would have had 2-on-1. But Officer Douchebag wanted to stand there and be like, "Oh my God, dispatch, he hitted me."
All right, so that's yours. What do y'all vote on? Deer assassin?
Yeah, we got
Jim?
4 people in there. Come on.
I'm showing 8. 6.
You might.
Deer assassin for Jim.
Dear assassin, Jesus.
He did. He's a murderer. And who wants to eat Annie? I don't want to eat Annie.
Well, no. No, don't eat Annie.
I mean, you know what that reminds me of a little bit? Do you remember that movie with Me, Myself, and Irene when he shoots the cow the cow that liked to sleep in the road?
Yeah. That's exactly what that reminds me of.
The gymnast.
He's a gymnast. What the hell?
What gymnast? You're confusing us, Aaron. I don't remember no gymnast.
A gymnast? Yeah, I don't know nothing about no damn gymnast, y'all.
Oh, the guy that got the one that the Las Vegas one where the guy that got run over.
Oh, yeah, that guy's got a splitting headache. He did kind of do, a triple barrel roll, but not sticking the landing after he got hit by that patrol car. Fucked him.
Anybody else got any votes? Yeah, I figured it out. I figured it out there. They had me wondering there for a minute. Oh, while we're waiting to see any more votes come in, let me tell you, Friday, probably around 5 or so, my time. Good chance I'm going to be live for a little bit, but it's not going to be a normal podcast. I just muted you, Holster, because of all the background noise. It's bad. I'm going to get my whole forearm right here done. I'm getting this lion face put on here, so I'm getting my lion tattoo finally on my forearm. That's Friday. At my appointment's at 4:30, so I'm probably gonna live stream some of that. So, we'll see how that goes. But if y'all see me go live, that's what it's gonna be. Me, I probably won't do it the whole time, but me getting a tattoo. I got you back on.
So everybody, because of my background and where I'm at and all this shit being loud, I love every one of you guys. With any luck, it's only going to be about 2 or 3 more episodes. I'll be back to where I can be somewhere comfortable and hopefully be able to explain all this. Love every one of you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And we'll talk to you next week. Later, buddy.
All right. I'll call you back.
All
right. It looks like the Deer Assassin's going to win the hot nuts. So we're going to do that one. So, that guy right there.
You're a stupid dumbass.
He is a stupid dumbass for killing a deer that will walk up to you if you to pet it. Really? So,
dumbass motherfuckers.
We're going to do that one. The Deer Assassin. What you saying there? Hey, Ron says, I was thinking of going out around 7 for the. Oh, well, no. I'm not going to be, like I said, I'm going about 4:30, 5 o'clock my time Friday. Don't hold off because of me. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm not going to be on there the whole time because I'm going to have to use my phone and I'm going to have a needle in my arm. So it'll probably just be for a little while. So don't hold off on me. Where you going live on Facebook or YouTube? You can let me know so I can watch it. Other than that, everybody, said we're going to keep Freebird's little pup. Hopefully she gets better soon. And everybody stay safe out there. Pay attention for Friday for that extra tattoo episode. And remember to always smile because Iceman could be behind you. And remember, we ain't sheepdogs, we're lions. Till next time, till Friday.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be